Comes to mental health, everyone's different. For Amy Purdy, it was physical exercise that really helped.
But help can come in the form of cooking a meal. Joining us now is Dayna Altman, the founder of Bake It Till You Make It. Thank you so much for being with us, making us all these delicious treats. Tell us, first of all, what Bake It Till You Make It is and why you started it.
Yeah, so Bake It Till You Make It is a community-based organization that uses food and baking to talk about mental health. We have a couple of different mental health cookbooks where people tell their stories, share recipes, and I tie it all together with resource pages. I also have mental health cooking demonstrations where I make brownies like these and tell my mental health story, as well as bring different events to the community, both virtually and in Boston.
So this organization is deeply rooted in the community. Why is that important to you?
Oh, yes. Well, I've struggled with my mental health for most of my life, and it's such an isolating feeling. And I really present as this bright, bubbly, smiley person, and as much as that is part of my authentic self, sometimes it can feel really lonely, and I wanted to share my story in hopes of inspiring others.
One of the main hurdles surrounding mental health, as we all know, is just the stigma that surrounds it. How is your company changing that and breaking down those barriers and that stigma?
Yeah, absolutely. That was such a huge part of why I didn't feel like I could get help right away. And my company is really rooted in that community and wanting to share authentic stories, whether it's through the cookbooks or through my own story. I think the personal narrative is going to change the world.
So you have some books here, and I see that your name is on them. So
Yes.
These are actually books that you've written. Tell me about these.
Yes, so I have 2 mental health cookbooks. These are anthologies where other people tell their stories.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome.
Yes, and share recipes. There's me, yes.
So I love the titles of these, Unifying Blend, and you got the flower on. That's great.
Yes, and then these are more my perspective, my story, living with OCD and depression. This is through poetry, and this is more of a memoir format.
Dayna, you're amazing. So creative,
Thank
too.
you.
And
Thank you.
the smell of the brownies, it's pretty amazing.
I'm so glad.
You are so bubbly. We love you. You make everybody feel better, Dayna. Thanks for
you
coming,
so much.
sitting with us here today.
Thanks for having me.